Oh, I still get giddy when it's that last 5 seconds, like it's a Royal Rumble countdown. I'm like, oh, 4 seconds, here we go. I get all nervous. I guess that's cool. It's what the passion's all about. What's up, historians? Welcome back to another great. Look at Betsy chiming in. You're always one of the first ones. Thank you, Betsy. She's from Colorado. They're rolling with the searchers. Thank you for checking in, Betsy Brown Williams. Welcome back, historians, to another great episode of Historically Haunted VODCAST right here. We're in season 3. We'll be in season 4 in April. Once again, sponsored by Donnie Green at Bauer Green Logistics, him and his wife's trucking agency. Donnie sponsored the show, and he gave me a nice little check. Give me a nice little thing saying, love you, brother, signed it. He's going to come up, and he's sponsoring the next season. So Donnie Green was the truck driver in the movie Pet Sematary, the original Pet Sematary, the one that killed Gage. He was singing in the Ramones, and he drove the red truck. Donnie Green, he's a Maine boy, grew up working at Dice Hearts right over here in Herman, the original, not in Bangor, there's one in Bangor. He worked at the Herman one. He's original gas pump jockey. So shout out to you, Donnie Green, and of course, Donnie Green and John Green Logistics Company for sponsoring the show. Appreciate you guys. We also have sponsor of the week this week. That is Alex Dumas. Alex Dumas is engaged to Alexis Aaron. Of course, kind of like it from Alexis, right? Oh, look, it's on fire. He runs guided lens photography. He sponsors the show this week. He does bookings, he does weddings, he does funerals, whatever you want. He'll take pictures of anything. So shout out to him. Thank you, dude. So my guest this week, I've known Missy and Richie, not super close, but I've known them for a while since I've been in the field. They're just like me. They're Maine, born and bred. I don't know if they're born in Maine. We'll get to that later, but I know they're in Maine now, southern Maine. They're into very much all the stuff. Like Missy runs classes. They run classes. They run events with the Paranormal 5, which is them, Missy and Richie, and of course their children. They also got their podcast, like I said, the P5 Talk podcast. Check them out doing that stuff. So they're a family, very, very tight family, but very spooky family, like the Addams family. And I think they'd like that. That's definitely I can see them smiling. They like that. It's a good shout out. So we're going to bring them right on here. Missy and Richie Lathrop, the owners and founders of the Paranormal 5 right here in Maine, and of course the Florentine Fest. I hope I said that right. I always get it wrong. We're going to talk about that. So let's bring them on so they can correct me. Missy and Richie.
What's going on? Hey, everybody. How you doing?
What's going on? Everybody check. Donnie, nice hat, Adam. Thanks, Donnie. There's him in the Pet Cemetery face. Thanks for checking in, brother. Thank you guys for checking in. We got about 5 people watching, still starting out early. So sure. I know of you guys. I've talked to you guys before. I've had Missy on the show, I think, back when I was doing the radio show before we even did visuals. But let's tell our audience, Missy, Richie, how do you guys come about getting into the spookiness of this? Ladies first, Missy.
Oh, okay. Please. Ladies first. Look at me go. I always tell people, that the paranormal has always just been my normal. It's something that just always kind of made sense to me. I grew up watching Unsolved Mysteries, sightings, as a kid, and getting all the books out of the library that you could possibly get, talking about Bigfoot, aliens, ghost, all of it. And
it's all under the umbrella.
Yeah, it is like all under like that. Yeah, totally under the umbrella. And so I just thought it was so fascinating. And my parents actually kind of grew to enjoy this hobby that I started to naturally happen.
Your parents?
My parents. Yeah, my parents. Yeah, no, my parents loved it. And so we actually would plan, instead of going to like Disney World or like these lavish family vacations, we went to haunted locations. My parents set up paranormal investigations down in Gettysburg as a kid. So it's always just, like I said, it's always been my normal. There's been phases where it's kind of fizzled out, but came back really strong after struggling really hard with postpartum depression after my 3rd child. And I kind of just lost myself, and the paranormal helped me rediscover myself and get back on this path that I feel like I've just always meant to be on.
So you guys aren't weekend warriors. It's your, not to cut you off, but you're not weekend. I mean, another thing against that, people that do it, for shits and giggles on the weekend, but you guys kind of live that. Like, if you're not out doing that, you're doing something with Halloween or horror movie or something. You want to Salem or fucking Lizzie Borden's. You guys are always doing it. But I think that's the way it is with people like us. That's the difference. We kind of live this. Richie, I mean,
for sure.
You got the same story as Missy, so to speak, or what's your
way more lame, actually.
You fucking make me laugh. All right.
No, my thing is that when I was a kid, I came from a very opposite background, and just in the sense that paranormal, none of that stuff was ever talked about. I always say if there was a bump in the night, it was, that's all it was. It was a dream. It was, it was always, your parents would always explain it away, and not that they were adamantly against it. They didn't think that way. They weren't necessarily religious.
Skeptics.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they weren't religious parents, but they kind of had more of a religious ideology, I guess, than looking at things that way. So for me, it was just, I had I guess you just say, I just had a very a hard time, a challenging time with the whole like death concept and this whole idea that, we're here, we live this life, and then we just stop existing for an unannounced amount of time. Like that just never, I mean, like most people, they just wonder about it. It just took up way too much of my time. So, but didn't really have like an outlet for it, didn't have a way of, looking into that aspect. It was just, you're here and then you're not. So that kind of stuck with me for a bit as a kid. Obviously you grow up, you find other interests, it kind of fades away. And then it was actually when Missy and I got together, she had such a huge passion for this, and it kind of reminded me of some of these questions that I had as a kid about what happens afterwards. And then realizing that, like, there's other people that think that way. There's actually people going out looking for answers. There's people that are finding answers, or at least for them. Yeah. And so, it was a very natural gravitation because she already had such a draw to it. And like she said, her family, it was such an easy connection right off the bat. And then just kind of fell back in love with the idea, found out there's things to go, and found out about tools and everything else involved in it, and just fell in love with it.
So she kind of converted you, or at least maybe woke you up, even kind of opened up that third eye. But I think also too is, maybe this is fair, Richie, but the older you get, the more, like right now, I just turned 44. Not that I'm an old fuck, but in another 10 years I'll be 54. So you're getting older with death. Sure. And you start to kind of know, like, is this bullshit? What I'm doing, is it pointless? Mm-hmm. Especially when my mom died a couple of years ago. I want to know if she's still around. Right. So I think you guys are looking for answers like anybody else. So you live it, and you love the Halloween, you love the Salem, and I love the spooky shit too. But I think, like with Missy, she's very much scientific. I mean, she does run these classes and stuff, and we'll talk about that in a minute, these tours and stuff that you do. So it's not like it's oogity boogity, I think. And that's, you know what I mean? That's all well and good, but I think you guys and understand that. And that's cool. That's cool that you give her the props instead of just being like, yeah, fucking, I've always believed. You give her the props that she kind of converted. You kind of woke you up, so to speak.
For sure. For sure.
I like that right off the bat. 8 people watching. You guys get questions for Missy or Richie? Ask away. Some people checking in. Hello, Penny says hello. She's been checking in for the last couple of weeks. That's cool. George DaCosta's big time sponsor. He's always on the road. Awesome. What's up, Chicken George? What's up, brother? Dylan from Chi-Town. Epic show, brother. Nice to meet you guys. Paranormal 5. Awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh. Pennsylvania. Here in Central Pennsylvania. Reckless Paranormal. Shout out to you.
Nice.
Oh, I love Brandon Pennsylvania.
Golden. He's a good dude. He helped me load up Annabelle at the Warren Occult Museum there in fucking Mohegan Sun this year. Shout out to you. Thanks for checking in. We're talking to Missy and Richie, fellow Mainers. You guys both born in Maine?
Neither one of us, actually.
No.
I was. I've been more of the Maine resident. I was actually born down in Hartford, Connecticut. Bounced around a bunch in the first year or two, and then landed up in Kittery, Maine. She's a New Hampshire born.
Yeah, I was born and raised in New Hampshire, so not too far, seacoast, like Exeter, Portsmouth area. So
you're like a sister to Maine almost here.
Yeah, right, I was close enough.
And Richie, you're New England, for Christ's sake. New England love each other. We're all like brothers and sisters. You get out of New England, don't mess with us.
Exactly.
But New England, we're cool.
Exactly.
I mean, Vermont, but just kidding. So, okay, well, that's interesting. Let's start with some fun questions since everybody in chat's being quiet right now. We'll get you some questions rolling, some good ones. I get some good ones, some fun ones. We'll start with Missy again. Ladies first. I'm old school. What's your favorite haunted destination that you've been to in Connecticut and New Hampshire and in Maine?
In New Hampshire.
Yes.
New Hampshire. Well, I just because I love margaritas. There's the prison or the jail, old police station.
Yeah, the old state jail.
Pizza parlor now. Yes.
Well, it's not. It's a margaritas. Margaritas. Yep. So I love that place. We've never been able to investigate it, but I just love it. Like that was one place that my parents brought me to quite frequently as a kid, like growing up and stuff like that. So that would probably just because of just like the memories and stuff like that. And it's just a vibe being able to eat inside of a jail cell. Like, I don't know.
Yes, I heard they shut the doors if you ask them to, huh?
I've never asked.
I don't know. We'll have to find that out. They're pretty cool there. I mean, they're open to talking about, George, I think, is it George? George, the resident ghost there. You ask the right people. The first time we went, they got some cooks to come out and talk about it, or the waitresses will talk about their, after hours experience. So it's pretty cool. They don't shy away from it.
Dude, you guys are hardcore. I love that. People that waited this long to have you back on the show. Because every place you go, like me and Heather, if it's not historic or haunted, I'd rather not go to the Applebee's. I want to go to the place that's in the old brothel, or the place that's in, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Yeah. You know that. Okay, so yes, Missy, I cut you off. Give me a main one.
No, it's okay. My main one. I probably have two. So we have a location that we frequently do a lot of investigations there. We do a lot of the fundraising all of our events that we do are fundraising events, but no, it's not Fort Knox. I do love Fort Knox. Shout out to 207 Paranormal.
I thought that was it.
No, it's actually the J. Richard Martin building in Biddeford. So we do events there 2 times a year. We've been doing it. It will be, I think, going on our second
year, maybe third year.
Maybe, I don't know. It's just all a blur. But we've been doing it for a while. And it's just the location that we go. It's small. It's not really known. It used to be. It was a school.
A school right there, brick school on the right.
Yeah. So it used to be a school. Then it turned into a community center. Probably back in I want to say the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. But that's probably hand said. Like you go there and we always have something happen. And that's also a location that we teach a lot of our classes. And we've had stuff happen during our classes. Like we're teaching and like we're having stuff go. Like it's crazy. Like, and they know us, the spirits there. Like we've gone there so often and we investigated there so much. Like we have a relationship like that we've been building with these spirits. So
intelligent spirits will remember you.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
We have proof of it on audio, like EVPs of them saying like, yes, they remember us. So
you guys do a lot of local events. I mean, the Red Church in Standish, I've been to that. I haven't been inside, but of course, the one in Biddeford, Heather lives right across the border over there by Old Orchard Soccer area. So we saw that. So that's pretty dope. Shit, I cut you off at the Fort Knox. I shot for sure because you love the crew at Fort Knox. Of course, that's a hall. That's in my area. That's almost by Ellsworth, right?
It's in Prospect. So it's I want to say it's probably like a 2.5. It is a hall, but it's worth it. Like we've done investigation. Like I've done an investigation up there where it's just a few main paranormal teams there for the night, and we had some crazy stuff happen. Like I love Fort Knox, and we went there for their they had their little fest type event there that Chris Packer.
Well,
it was awesome.
A lot. And you help preserve it. I love Fort Popham too, which isn't really run by anybody. I love old forts. Anyway, I know you guys. Oh, look who's checking in! A friend of all of ours, Mrs.
Love Jean.
Society, big Puma hunter, just an all-around friend, sister from another Mr. Main girl that just knows her shit.
Yeah,
big supporter. She'll be a speaker, correct?
Yes, she's a speaker at 40 and Fest. Yeah,
and 40 and Fest. I always get it wrong. So check this out, guys. Let me blow the picture up. Okay, out of my chat. There we go. So Heather and I will be there. We'll have a table. June 8th, 2024. That's this year. Memorial Gym right in Sanford. Vendors, psychics, mediums. You're going to have food trucks there. I saw that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You still have room for vendors, correct?
Yep, we still have room. Yep, we still have room for vendors. We probably have about, I don't know. I have to go and check. Like I said, it's been a day, so I haven't checked, but we're probably, there's time.
It's a great spot because we're looking to, obviously we've got the inside, which is a great, awesome space. It's very convenient that as far as its road front access, there'll be plenty of ways to advertise it, drive by traffic, and then depending on how well we fill the inside vendor wise, there'll be opportunities potentially for some outdoor vendor spots as well. So,
well, I've already talked to half my clients, my booking agency. I got a lot that are interested. Heather already got a table today, and we're going to get more. And not this year. It's obviously too early. We're not quite done, but we'll talk in private. But next year, I'd love to have Donnie in the red truck from Pet Cemetery there. It's almost done being refurbished. It's in Jefferson, Maine, Baileyville, Maine.
Yeah.
So the dude that runs it, I talked to him. He's my client, and I represent him in the truck, Donnie in the truck. It's a package. Trying to talk to Miko. That'd be great to get the kid to get. He's still alive. It'd be cool to get him. But for now, I get Donnie in the truck. We'll talk later.
Yeah,
I'd love to get him there next year. But for now, me and Heather are tickled pink to be there. Dude, you got the American Stonehenge coming. Salem, New Hampshire. I've been there on the sacrifice slab. That's a killer pull, Missy.
It is
big names coming to this, and it's still going.
Yeah, no, we're super excited. Like we did it back in 2021, and we weren't sure how it was going to go. But it was amazing. Like the turnout was great.
Yeah.
Like, and the outpour from the community was like absolutely amazing too. So we were just like,
I mean, like most things, we originally had set it up to be a fundraiser. And, and we were, so basically it was like, oh, cool, whoever shows up, great. We did our out of pocket stuff and, the rest, anything that came from it, we were looking to set up and, it had such a huge pull between the vendors. We sold
you had a lot
vendors.
of people talking about that showing up the first couple of years. I mean, that was like, wow. I mean, obviously Maine, but you guys reached pretty much all of America, really, at this point. There's people coming pretty far away. And it's still starting. And you got everything from, like you said, from aliens, Bigfoot, monster, ghost, and beyond, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we have like a lot of oddity vendors. And that's like one thing that's like kind of like I want to definitely like bring more into is just like the vendors. Like it's just not going to be paranormal investigators and, ufologists and cryptozoologists. Like we're going to have vendors that kind of highlight those areas.
Card readers, people doing Reiki sessions, all kinds. So something for everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
My boy, Boston medium Scott Allen and his candle making. You're like, bring it to Florentine Fest. I'm like, oh,
I know. I saw like those candles and stuff. I was like, that'd be perfect for Florentine Fest. Like
Florentine Fest. Why can't I get that right?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm a Lisbon boy, man. I always get people's names wrong on here. I feel like such a prick. I just spelled your name wrong the first time. Like, oh, it's an A, not an O. I'm like, I remade it.
Like, literally, not a big deal.
It's not the worst thing.
Because we don't talk a lot, and we may have people that you like that I like that don't like each other, whatever. And people, I'm sure, said shit about me. But for the most part, I'm a pretty good dude, and I try to be decent with anyone. If I don't like you, it's because you probably fucked me over once.
There you go.
I have a hard time, But you guys, I've never had a problem with ever, and I think the world of both of you. With more than a half hour to go, we got plenty of time going. Let me think of some serious Oh, yeah. So where can people get tickets for this great event?
So people can get tickets right on the event page. We'll be also selling tickets at the door.
Yeah.
We're kind of hoping to have maybe like a pre-ticket sale like event once it maybe gets a little bit closer to the event. Just to kind of amp it up, get people more excited about coming. But yep, they can get it right online at Ticket Leap. The link's right in the information.
All right. Well, you know me, I'm ADHD share a fucking holic. Now that we were a part of it, I'm going to share that thing like it's mine because I'm part of it. Nice. I'm not going to want people to not come to me and Heather. It's really for Heather. It's more for Witch and Life Guide to sell her handmade products, jewelries and shit. I don't really have a lot to sell, just my mouth. So I'm there for pretty much her. And
that's
if you want me to
awesome.
speak, I'll speak. If you want me to take tickets, if you want me to clean the bathroom, I'll clean the shitters for you. I just want to chip in. I appreciate you going, man.
We're so excited.
Well, I appreciate my community, and I feel like I've been shunned because I used to hang with fucking Chris Sanders, and people don't like him, so everybody gives me shit. But I'm like, I'm fucking solo now, so bring me on. I'm not a scumbag. I swear to Christ. Nice. I just smoke some weed. I may smell like a skunk's asshole, but fuck me. What do you want from me? I don't, you know what I mean? I don't catch kids. So,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting a buzz. Fucking Voodoo Ranger, 9% for $3. They do it on purpose.
They are delicious.
You can't beat that. That's not a bad price.
Heather's daughter got me this for Christmas. It's Nubble Lighthouse candle. Study.
Nice.
I like
Nice.
that.
It smells like cologne and like mildew and dust. Like it's
It smells like too much cologne. Yeah.
Look, Jean's getting antsy in the pantsy.
Oh,
we're
I'm
excited
so
too.
excited.
We're excited
I'm
too.
so excited to have Jean.
So,
there.
okay, we didn't get to you, Richie.
Sure.
Your favorite parts of your home state for Haunted in Maine?
Sure. So for Connecticut, actually,
Connecticut's historic as fuck. I mean, right?
God, I've drawn a blank on the name.
Warren's.
The antique shop.
Oh,
the
Primitive Crow.
The Primitive Crow. So
I was just like, what are you talking about?
We had a chance. There's a place called the Primitive Crow, and which is
first, Missy, so you knew.
Yeah, I'll take the credit. See,
what town? New Haven?
No, Bosra.
Bosra. Yep. It's neither did I until we heard about this, and honestly, it was probably like a 3.5 hour ride for us. Maybe was it that far? 2 or 3 hours, something like that. But it was awesome. Beth,
it's near Salem, Connecticut. Like I couldn't tell you like where exactly on the map it is.
Well, how the fuck did you guys find this place? Did it pop in your newsfeed?
Well, so they were actually featured on a season 2 of Ghost Nation.
No kidding.
Yeah. And so just kind of saw it on there, and then we became friends with the owner Beth. Of the store, and she loved that we do things with kids because her grandson is very passionate about like this field.
Yeah, her grandson runs his own team there.
Yeah,
they run events out of it as well.
He's amazing. Like so smart, so passionate. I'm kind of hoping to maybe try to convince them to come up to 40 and Fest because they were at our first event, our first 40 and Fest. But we just became friends, and she was just like, come down and check it out.
Check it out.
She's like,
stay the night over. It was
amazing.
Awesome.
It's such a beautiful store, and how she just it's just amazing. The spirits there, and just the activity that like happens. It's crazy. Like,
and then I'd say
goosebumps.
Yeah, right.
For Maine, I definitely have to piggyback on Missy and say that the Biddeford Community Center, but also and unfortunately, they had some issues there where they weren't allowing people in or haven't done investigations again. But the Parsons Field Seminary would have to be an amazing main location.
Heather and Chris Brown stop. You guys know Chris, of course.
Yeah.
I'm okay with him. We were kind of but we're okay. He sang in the band when I quit. We sang together. Fucking long story. But anyways, we go to Parson Field, and the guys out there putting up the Christmas trees. Like, you want a tour? He gives us a tour for free of the whole place, where the girls used to be, and the bathtub. That place is the first, I believe, boy and girl school in New England. It
was the first seminary. I'm not sure if it was the first boy. It would make sense just because of the timeline of it. But
18 like 40.
It was 18. I want to say it was 1838. Like, I know it was very early. Like it. And one thing that I love about Parsons Field Seminary, I used to volunteer there. And one thing that I just love there is that they have all their historical records in one room, like everything like that has ever been done, documented, written. It's there in the building.
A caretaker or someone kept them at all times and filed them.
Yeah.
Which is good they did, because there's a lot of misinformation about, a lot of locations. I mean, a lot of people will, do the Wikipedia thing, but they've got a lot of their info there, and it's awesome. And they run it. It's run so well. Yeah. The woman Jan that runs it is amazing. I mean, she's allowed us to host some events there.
She's an older lady with glasses.
Yeah. Oh yes, I love. She is a spitfire, and she is such like the give the shirt off your back type of person, and she's amazing.
Though. It's like a white castle with a big tower, and it's like a graveyard, small one.
Yep, across the way. Yep.
I always tell people when you're driving out there, it's like you're driving into like back in time. You're like leaving the current time, and you're just, between the roads, the way the trees are lined up, the buildings, the meeting house buildings. It's awesome. And then you arrive at this beautiful double location, and Yeah, it's amazing.
It is.
Dude, there's no McDonald's or gas station for at least 20 miles in any direction.
No.
It's literally like fucking East Buck. I'm sorry, it's very Amish and horseback, but
like it's just like that's what you think Maine is.
Maine.
Like that's Maine.
But it's goddamn gorgeous, and
it is so beautiful.
You know what's funny, Missy? You know how many people, if you're outside of Maine, honestly, people don't know that. And I love the Conjuring House. We both love Lizzie Borden's. I've seen the pictures.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I love that shit. Gettysburg. And we'll get into that. We still got a little bit of plenty of time. But it's the unknown. Parson feels kind of not neglected, but it's not a biggie. If you're outside,
it's off the beaten path. I love those locations. I love the off the beaten path.
They need respect too. Remember,
yeah, and that's why we do our events, because they like when we do our investigations, like events, that it's all the money is going right back to those locations to help preserve them. Like also to give thanks for being open to paranormal investigations, because a lot of locations aren't. They don't want to have that side of their history promoted or whatever, you know, I respect that, but your paranormal is your history. Whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and even from like an investigative standpoint too, because like you said, we also love the big heavy hitters, your Conjurings, the Lizzie Borden house, but a lot of those we refer to as these like energy dumps, where you've got all these people coming in and they're doing all these, and so you get these kind of backyard locations, your Biddeford Community Center, your the Parsonsfield Seminary, and they just feel like they have more of the original history, the original haunts, the original, because they're not as heavily trafficked as these big locations where, again, these name brand ones, you've just got people from all over, so many different investigation
asking
styles,
the same questions over and over again,
bringing their energy there,
bringing and leaving their
shit. And it's just like a big tossed salad now of activity, and you no longer know if you're getting what you went there for. So these local smaller places are just they feel so genuine.
Someone had to say it.
Yeah,
it's true. I think a lot of people go and they dump their bullshit and they go there and they kind of kick around tires like Zach Bagans, and they kind of leave behind their own bullshit. Then of course they get scared, piss their pants, go home, have gummy bears, and put on Facebook. You're right. I think a lot of it, man. That's cool, man. You get look at that. Hi from Mars Hill, Maine. Hello, Stuart.
Hey, Stuart. Hey, Stuart.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh yeah, he meant this. Hold on. My computer's being slow. There, he misspelled it again.
Almost.
We miss you. Yeah, we miss you too. We miss you too, Stuart.
Must be someone of yours, maybe. Oh, Wilson Castle, Proctor, Vermont. Very cool.
Yes. Oh, they got getting tickets tonight for Wilson Castle. Oh, I'm so excited to hear that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Jasmine Williams says hello, everybody. Sponsor of the show, Sponsor Week, checking in. You guys are great.
Yeah, awesome.
Heather's checking in. What's up, girl? I gave you the thing in the link if you want to jump in.
Hey, Heather.
The very first. So where do you stand on that shit, Missy? Do you believe not so much witchcraft, but do you do sage and shit? Do you do little chants or anything? Or
what she doesn't do, and when I got in trouble for doing, was yesterday. I went to change the calendar yesterday. Holy fuck! Don't change the calendar the day before the month ends.
Really? That's
you're not supposed to. No, you're not supposed to. Like, why do people you're not?
I got excited. Okay. I wanted to be the one to write on the calendar, so I don't get to do it. So I jumped the gun. But hey,
you and your little fucking ADHD.
Oh, I love it. Missy's fun as hell, but don't piss her off, bro.
No, but there's just some things you're not supposed to change the calendar before. You're supposed to do it the first day is when you change the calendar. You're not supposed to bring like you're supposed to get rid of your broom after or the beginning of the new year or the first on the new year. You're not supposed to do laundry on the first day of the new year.
I love it.
There's a lot of things.
It's all stuff that I had zero at all knowledge of, and she brings something new all the time, and I love it. I'm learning shit every single day. It's great. I love it. It's perfect.
No, I'm just like
the New Year's thing. I didn't even think of that. Got to get rid of all the old brooms and all, and bring it that makes total sense. Let's do that.
Absolutely. You heard it here first, folks. It's already on the podcast.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, open a window when you sage, Richie. I don't care what degrees it is outside. Get it out. Yeah. So yes, I do practice. It's nothing crazy, and it's simple, and it's my own, and it makes sense. And that's what I just feel like magic and witchcraft is. It's your own, and it needs to fit you and be comfortable, if it feels right for you. Like that's where I'm all about. Like I don't have a lavish altar. I don't have a ritual routine. I just kind of have my things.
You're both very earthly grounded. I could tell you're both very, not spiritual, but very, you know what I mean? I think that's I think you have good intentions. That's the difference. You're not going in it for self.
Try to, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's with all aspects, with investigating, with witchcraft.
Not everybody, though.
It's about, well, that's what it needs to be about. It's about intentions, like what you're putting out there into the universe. Like, so.
You would think. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are technically in my circle, and fucking, I appreciate it. I've been sharing the shit out of this after I had my pickle burger today. That was good.
Delicious. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like, extra pickles. They gave me like 40, dude. I've been to pickle juice everywhere. I'm like, goddamn, Big Mac with pickles or whatever it was, quarter. But I was looking forward to this because I've been crying to know. So that's all on obviously Facebook. You guys on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the whole nine?
We do have an Instagram. I'm so bad at like Instagram just because I'm not cool. I'm not hip. Like I just post stuff.
Yeah,
whatever.
Facebook is easiest, the best one that we utilize, and we've started. We're in the process of starting a YouTube, just because we're with some of the podcasts we want to because right now we air them on Spotify, and I know there's some people that don't have Spotify, so we're also looking to post them to YouTube so people can also go and check them out. So we're just it's in the works.
Yeah, it'll get there. It'll get done eventually.
Let me know, and I'll definitely share the shit out of that for sure.
Awesome.
I watched a couple of you guys just from your living room, just like me, just talking.
Yeah.
Sometimes your kids in the background hang off the curtains and shit.
Yep.
I'm surprised we made it this long.
Do you guys feel like your kids 100%? You think they're just doing this for shits and giggles because you think they're really into this? I mean, this is real for them. It seems like it, right?
Definitely. They've kind of just been raised into this whole situation, so it's not like they really. It's not like it's new. Well,
yeah. Well, I think a way to describe it is I don't think they could even tell you all the time whether they're into it or not into it. It's just it's such a part of, because again, we've since Missy and I met, it's been the lead thing. Like there's always been something paranormal going on. We celebrate it year round. Like again, like you were saying, between the Halloween stuff, the way our decor, but it's funny because it's like, they're day to day. It's not necessarily about it, but then all of a sudden they'll surprise you. Like Missy walked in yesterday and the boys were watching, one of the haunted, television shows, and
it was like some YouTuber, and they weren't even paranormal investigators. They just
they
tried to go to the Conjuring
Sam
house.
And whatever. Probably there's a Sam guy.
No, it wasn't even them. No, it was somebody I don't even know. They do like a lot of just YouTube challenges. Like
there's a dime a dozen now. Yeah.
But like so out of nowhere, they're watching the show and they've got this K2 that's just going nuts, and you can it's very obvious what's going on. And Missy's like, Silas, why do you think that's why is that happening? He's like, oh, well, probably because they're either using a cell phone or they have a walkie-talkie. So it's like, and it wasn't prompted. So it's like they're getting it, they utilize it when they're out in the field or when we're at a location. They dive right in. Our daughter, who's our oldest, she's in like the kind of too cool for parent stage, but when you get her away 13. From that, she's 13. Yeah. So, but when you get her away from it, like we did a public event up in Jay, Maine at the Jay Memorial Library. And, my daughter, she wanted to be the one that was in the Estes method experiment. Like when you get them in the environment, then they kind of really start to shine, but they might not, she might not be talking to her friends about it. Like, I don't know if it's cool enough yet to
she's borderline. Like I was into wrestling my whole life. I remember I hid my backpack in high school. I like the Ultimate Warrior, but I don't want to.
Exactly. Right.
No.
So.
And that's a little different, but I know what you're saying. But
yeah.
You guys are doing it right. You're involved with her. That's the main thing. You're doing something with her instead of her being off who knows what. You're
exactly.
A bond, I think, and that's pretty cool bond.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny when she comes over, like she has friends come over to the house and she's like, don't mind the wall of dolls. Like some of them are haunted.
The skulls, whatever the case may be.
She tries to like play it off like.
But of course, all of her friends are like, oh, this is fucking awesome. Like, they're all for it.
It's like, can we come on an investigation?
Like you got the coolest parents in town. What are you talking about?
Yeah, my mom's an insurance salesman. This is awesome. Like, parents are cool. or whatever,
Sure.
you know. 18 people watching right now. You guys got questions right now. Missy and Richie of the Paranormal 5, the Lothrops. I say that right? Lothrop?
Close enough. Lathrop.
Yeah.
Long
Yes,
A.
Lathrop.
Yeah.
Well, correct me. I got to know for sure. Lathrop. I don't want to fuck it up. Wow, 20 people watching. I say it wrong and people tune in. Killer.
Right.
Hello, my name is Adam. Just kidding. I'll get more people. 20 people. That's awesome. We're talking right out of Maine. You guys are Maine based. Of course, you'll pretty much go anywhere within reason. New England based, let's say, but Southern Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a fun one before we get some more serious shit. We got about a half hour to go. Going pretty slow here, which is good. Each of you, ladies first, give me a bucket list for America and a bucket list for other than America, like the whole world, like Germany or something, or Egypt.
Ooh.
A bucket list.
Yeah, I see America, New Orleans, Gettysburg. Well,
so
you love Gettysburg, but
so a bucket list for me, it would probably have to be the Myrtles Plantation, the Whaley House. I want to say Waverly Hills, just because who doesn't want to go to Waverly Hills just to experience that? But I would definitely say Myrtles Plantation or the Whaley House out in San Diego. And I do not fly. I like my feet on the ground. So I don't know, like outside of America, I would probably say I would love to go to like Leap Castle in Ireland.
Ooh,
like I would.
Everybody says castles. No one ever name drops though. Leap, L-E-A-P.
L-E-A-P. Yep.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. People always say Ireland, and no one ever name drops a state or town or whatever they're called. So what's that? What was that? Is it family from there or just?
No. I just from watching the show, like so many television shows over the year, like especially like way back, like when the History Channel used to have like a show called Haunted History, and they would highlight like certain towns and stuff like that and cities. And I remember they did a Haunted Ireland, and I remember watching it, and they would have like this, they claim that there's like this, it almost sounds like it's like an elemental type spirit, like kind of like a pig like creature. And I know Ghost Hunters went there probably like on season 3, maybe season 4. But I know that they have like this up in the tower, they have a place where they would actually like shove people down like this drop with the spikes.
That was the place. The pit to hell. That's right. That was the place.
So it's just an interesting location. Like I know that apparently like there was like a murder, like 2 brothers were living there in the castle, and one of the brothers was like giving like a sermon up. I don't remember the whole story or something. He was a priest or whatever, and his brother murdered him, and that's why they say that there's just so much negativity in this castle or whatever. But yeah, definitely Leap Castle in Ireland would be.
Richie, you know most girls say Bahamas, right?
right. No, not
just kidding. That's killer. That's what makes you awesome, Missy.
Yeah.
Richie, look who else is checking in, guys, from Tombstone Paranormal.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
How are you? Absolutely.
Great as always. Perfect. Nate, no, you're not late, man. There's no time limit here. You're good.
You're never late.
Great show as usual. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you checking in. What's up, George? Where are you at today? Let's see. Also, there's rumors of banshees on the ground. Nathaniel Elwell says he lives in New Hampshire. He's a client.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the banshees is definitely like a big thing in Irish lore. So yeah,
it's like a witch, right? A screaming witch thing?
It's supposed to be like some like it's. I feel like it's just different. I've heard different legends. So I've heard of it like being like an older
Mothman
woman.
Too. It's a
harbinger
and doom. Yeah.
But like either like it's an older woman, it's a younger woman, like a younger female. But pretty much if you hear her wailing, you are going to die, or death is coming to your house, or
wow, my ex-girlfriend's in Ireland. Get the all right, I was watching. Give me we got about 22 people watch. That's that's another thing too. Both y'all know your shit. You don't just go into it going, this is the Conjuring house from the movie. You actually go in, oh, it's fucking Harrisville, Rhode Island farmhouse from 17th fucking whatever. You guys look at the info, man. I dig that shit. I know we're nerds, but from one nerd to another too, that's killer. Richie, what say you?
America,
Yeah.
Jeez. I've always wanted to get down to New Orleans. I think anywhere down there would be amazing. I would love to. I'm drawing a blank on the name. I'd love to investigate the home there where where that kind of savage murder took place.
And
no, the chick jumped up the second floor and they concreted up the window after, right?
No, this was the couple that like stayed there after the hurricane came through, and there was like this kind of like great story of them, like, you know, they decided they didn't want to leave, they wanted to try to like rebuild in the town. It was right in the center of everything, and it was a young couple. The guy ends up, you know, whatever mental health issues he was going through at the time, who knows, but he ends up kind of snapping, killing his girlfriend, chops her up and puts her in the oven. No, this was back during Katrina.
Like shortly after Katrina, probably a year or so after Katrina hit New Orleans. It was Zach. I can't. Oh no, probably back in like 2004, 2005.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
People were rooftops in New Orleans and shit. I remember they couldn't get you. Wow, that was that long. Still though, that's not that old. I'm thinking 70s.
No. Yeah, no, I want to say it was. I can't remember her name.
The Rampart Street House. Is that right? The Rampart Street House.
Possibly. I know that it's turned into like, I know Bloody Mary, one of like the well-known voodoo, well-known voodoo priestess down in New Orleans. Like I think she owned the location at one point. I don't know if she still owns it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zach, and I can't remember her name.
From the house that got killed, you mean?
Yeah, so the girl that was killed. Zach murdered his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Heather, you're in chat. Check that out, which, by the way, Heather's pumped. Let's go.
Yay! So excited.
And so definitely anywhere in New Orleans, really, but also I would always just because of the actual architecture, I would love to check out the Winchester House. I've heard a lot of mixed things as far as whether or not it's actually paranormal. Who knows? But I just think to go and
buried in your state, Winchester. That's where they're originally from, and she's buried there with her father, I think.
Yeah, I think because her husband and child had died, and then that's when she moved out.
Yeah.
And then she came back, to be with her family.
Yep.
So that'd be a cool place. Just, I mean, and of course the big hitters. You know, I love to get over to Trans-Allegheny. I love to get to, you know, all the, you know, the big bucket list ones, of course. And then across the pond, geez, I mean, I guess one of the things I'd love to see, not from a haunting standpoint, but from the energy side of it, it would remind me the way I would feel at like Gettysburg would be like the original Stonehenge. I think that'd be cool, just to kind of.
I don't think they always say Egypt or they say the castles and
you
know, and some say the Death Forest in Japan, but I've never heard Stonehenge yet. I don't think
that would be another. Yeah, the Suicide Forest in Japan would be another. That's true.
But you know, Stonehenge lines up with American Stonehenge. Shout out to them, Mr. Hill, in Salem, Massachusetts. You can see them. Where are they coming? I forget.
They're coming to 40 Fest, but we also are doing a paranormal investigation there on May 11th.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, we're hosting a public event there.
It's $50 for tickets. And it's for we're so excited to be having this opportunity.
Getting Hill to yourself in Salem, New Hampshire.
Yeah. It's a fundraising event. Again, all proceeds is going back to American Stonehenge, which I feel like it's so like it's not talked about. I'm like, this is such an interesting location, folks.
Dude,
like
the Oracle's chamber, right next to the sacrificial slab. I laid on that. You're not supposed to, but I got a picture of like before someone dismantled it or spray painted on it.
I think they scraped it, like they carved into it. I'm just like, are you kidding me?
People suck. They have a llama farm at the end. They get a little fucking thing. That's all great and good, but you go in and you see these things. They didn't think they were built in the 1400s. They think they were, and you go to these little rocks, and they're like, they're lined up with the solstice, and it's a trees, and it's a rock, and you walk through, and you just smoke a joint, and you just walk through, and there's no one. I go, and you go to a llama farm. I go, this is heaven. But you go to the caves, and it's oracle caves, and little chambers and pouches, and you go to oh man,
it's so weird.
Yeah, they've got that.
Amazing, and it's right in Salem, New Hampshire.
Yeah,
and it's literally Richie. It's big, right? It's American Stonehenge.
It is absolutely it is, and again, like Missy said, it seems like a very undiscussed location. So it's we're super excited to be able to go there, bring some new faces there. And just enjoy it. We lucked out. We've got a small private investigation we're going to do there, and then we're going to do a public event there and host that. So it's a double for us, and super excited.
Yeah,
next week's paycheck, I'm gonna get me and Heather tickets. I think I'm gonna put $100 down on. That's gonna be something I gotta do.
Yeah,
is that a weekend? Friday, Saturday?
Yeah. It's a Saturday
night.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Oh, Nate lives right in New Hampshire. He's gonna come down. I'm 35 minutes from me. I want to join you. Nate, message me. You're a part of my. We did carving on the rock. Oh, they did your parent. That's good.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and the people, Dennis, the owner that owns it, Dennis Stone, kind of funny that's his last name. But he's just so knowledgeable and just so down to earth and will share any information and history and theories and ideas of.
He's not making $1 million off this.
No. He's just passionate because his parents bought it originally, and so he just is still running this business that his family started and like preserving this crazy history that's right here in New England. Like,
dude, your 3 kids are behaving so good. I gotta admit, they're not in the people getting their kids in the cats, and you got people jumping in the background giving selfies.
Oh yeah,
you guys are pretty chill.
We're hiding in our bedroom.
Yeah, we're hiding away.
One of our kids came home sick from school today, and he's just kind of vegging on the couch. Just tis the season. You can't help it.
When you need to go, I totally understand. But while I got you here, we still got we can go a little bit over if you don't mind. We got about 15-20 minutes left. We can go about half hour. I want to ask you some more fun ones. We're gonna start with Richie because it's PC these days to start with the guy.
Sure.
Let's go.
Sure.
Give me your favorite couple of movies. Can be horror movies, can be drama, whatever the fuck. Can you give me a couple of fun ones you relax to?
Favorite movies.
You really love the most.
One of my favorite horror movies, I'd say, as far as a movie that actually creeped me the fuck out, Event Horizon. That's hands down one of my favorite movies.
Wow, no one talks about that. That's a creepy ass.
It is so fucking creepy. I saw it when I was a kid. Oh yeah,
boy.
It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
Give me a couple more, you sexy man.
Let's see. Obviously, we many times over, we love the entire Halloween series, all the Halloween movies, the Scream movies. Those are always a fun. Yeah, exactly. And actually, kind of a non-scary one related. I'm a big fan of Shawshank Redemption. That's one of those ones where if it's on, I can't not watch it. I know.
You know me, I'm a kinghead, dude. That's pretty dope. No one ever says that. I believe that's based on the Thomaston prison, I believe. Or the Green Mile might be, but one of them is based on Thomaston, the old Thomaston prison. But let's go back. What did you say before Shawshank? Halloween.
The Screams. Yeah, the Scream series. Those are big fan favorites.
So I can respect that. I can ask you a question. When Mike dies at the very last one, did you cry? Because I almost did. They put him in the wood chipper.
No, I didn't cry.
No.
It's the end of an era.
It is.
Yeah.
I will say that. I guess I didn't kind of think about it in that aspect. It is done. Yeah.
So Missy, give me some of your movies then. Are you a Halloween head too?
I am a Halloween head. I have to say that Michael Myers is the one thing that probably scared me up until probably just recently. Even if somebody
I put a mask on right now, she's terrified.
He's getting that.
Yeah, he's getting exactly.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, and he's got a Burger King crown on. Good for him.
Have it your way, Mike.
But yeah, that's hilarious.
I paid $40 for it in Salem at the fucking Count Orlocks.
Okay. Yeah.
Right by the town hall. I said by that, but anyway. So go ahead, give me a couple other ones. Halloween,
so yeah,
definitely Rob Zombie films. You guys, you like Rob Zombie? Yeah.
I do, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I like The Devil's Rejects. Those are great movies. The Salem's the music from is it Salem?
Lords of Salem.
Lords of Salem. Thank you. That the music, the theme song to that alone, that was the scariest part of that movie to me. That thing is so creepy. It puts you in a place if you just trans out to it. But
that weird record of the beat.
Yeah.
I've been to the house on Hancock Street, which is right by the witch house, and then they go to the pizza place there, the fire station, the Firehouse Pizza, and of course they go by Bewitched statue, Missy's one of her favorite things. Yeah. So let's talk some fun shit real quick before. We were done with movies, right? You said movies.
Yeah,
we're good. I want to go to some fun shit because y'all love Salem, Lizzie Borden, and Missy. You love Gettysburg. And those are my 3 top. I went to Gettysburg a couple years ago. You're like, I fucking love it. And you guys have been to all of them with your kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Lizzie Borden we haven't been with the kids.
Yeah. No, Lizzie Borden, we went there.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
But Salem, obviously. Gettysburg, though, Heather's never been. I want to bring her. I've been 3 times.
Amazing.
I go, man, Sachs Bridge, huh? Suicide Bridge. What's one of your favorites when you go there? You must see the fences and start getting giddy, huh?
Oh my God. Like literally, like, so I've been going to Gettysburg since I was like 7, 8 years old. And I've been going religiously since whatever, like, and our kids have been going since they've been babies.
Born,
like my daughter, her first trip to Gettysburg, she was 6 months old. And
you hear that, guys? Her first trip. her child's been how many times? What, a dozen?
Oh no, probably more than a dozen. And we try to go at least. We go once, definitely. Sometimes we go 2 times a year. So, but she's probably been over a dozen times, and it's just
wow. You got me beat. You love that fucking. I've been to Devil's Rock. I've been to all that stuff. I've been to the main, but you got me. Wow, you guys have been Jenny Wade then. I haven't been yet.
Yes, and actually, so we're going this month, and we're doing a private investigation at the Jenny Wade house with the kids.
Oh, stop. Take my money. Cool. Why don't I'm just going to work with you guys now.
We were actually we had gone down back in, was it
2021?
No, just this last time we went.
Yeah,
I think it was back in July, and we were supposed to do the Jenny Wade house, but there was an issue with the booking and whatnot, so we ended up doing a second investigation over at the orphanage. And so there was an opening to get down there this month. So we'll take it, we'll head down or whatever. A weekend trip down to Gettysburg,
Is the orphanage by Sachs Bridge, right?
No, the orphanage is actually kind of kitty cornered from the Jenny Wade house.
Yeah.
Oh, so I haven't been there. I know the bullet to the door. She's the only casualty, and she was making bread, the whole 9. Wow, that's euphoric.
Yeah.
What's that, 16, 18 hours from Maine nonstop, give or take?
It's 8 hours to get there.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. We leave here at like 2 a.m. and we're in our hotel by 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and we still have a full day down there.
In the morning.
I'm bringing a thing of bread and bologna sandwiches. I'm coming down. Fuck that. Let's go tomorrow.
I know. Like, we talk about this because like everybody knows like I am Gettysburg crazy. Like you get me on a tangent on like you want a story? I've got one probably about Gettysburg. Like I can tie Gettysburg into it. Like
it's
somehow.
It's on American soil, bro. I mean, it's right.
I'll never have to pay for a tour in Gettysburg because I'm with her.
You just said, hold on, Missy, go back 51K.
Yeah, 51,000 casualties, and that's dead, wounding, and missing. So it's messed up.
Bones and bullets and fragments of coolers and shit on the floor.
Yeah, they are constantly discovering things. Actually, because right now they're doing renovations up at Little Round Top right now, and I think it was probably back in maybe August. They actually found a cannon canister. They actually had to close down the area because it was technically live ammunition still. Like,
what?
Yeah, it was nuts. And like actually seeing like pictures of it, like, it's crazy. And I'm just like I love Gettysburg. Just I believe that I have some type of past life ties to that location. Like I go there and I get teary-eyed. Like I cry every time I go there. I cry every time I have to leave. And when I get back from it, I feel weird. Like I don't feel myself. Like I feel like a little piece of me always gets left there. That's why I feel like we try to go so often, because I crave it. Like I need it. Like, so I don't know. It's very weird. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. It's just, there's some type of connection, and I don't know. One day I'll look into it, but like, I have to fill the void, but like, it's just not necessarily the paranormal aspect that I love about it. Like I love just the history, like just being able to like sit on a rock where I know this general died. Like it's just being able to like put a name to like a location, like where they had passed, and then like going into the cemetery and walking around and being like, okay, like I know his history. I know where he was from. Like it just, I don't know.
New York, on top of Little Round Top, I went with Chris Sanders. They had a big tower for the New York people. You went out back to the main thing with Chamberlain. Shout out to Joseph Chamberlain. I've been to his house in Bowdoin, or Brunswick rather, in his college. He was a big part of drink his beer. Well, he got a lot of shit, but he was actually big in that. I dig that vibe, because that, if you don't go to Gettysburg and you don't get fucking goosebumps, you don't get teary-eyed, then you don't belong there.
Yeah, Exactly.
I'd say that all the time, even if, like, you know, obviously, again, like most of this field, you know, I was introduced to Gettysburg from Missy, and you know,
but you've heard about it, Richie.
Oh, of course, I'd heard about it. I mean, you know, just through your normal history and everything, and
of course.
But when you step foot there, I mean, you can know nothing about it. You can go down there blindfolded and just, you know, someone drops you off there, and you feel it, and you don't even know what you feel, and it's just, and you feel it everywhere you go. Like I've never been somewhere where you're that, you know, everyone always talks about this place has a vibe and this place feels heavy, you know, and these common words that are always used, but it's no more true than it is at Gettysburg.
Oh my God. I couldn't put it better. You guys need to write a book.
I have wanted to, and one day I will.
You need to go write a fucking book like Danny and Lauren Perez did. I'm half writing a book, and I've fucking fallen flat on my face 45 times. But I think 2 people, you guys, just this alone, this interview is fan-fucking-tastic. We got 10 minutes left to go, but I'm going to go a bit over. Fuck that. I'm rubbing you guys up over an hour. It's a fine. Popcorn, they're good. They're big kids. You guys are fantastic. This is fucking great. I got more questions. You guys deserve each other. You're both fucking meant to. I get it. I love it. I love how Richie gives her the props, but at the same time, Richie, you got your own, dude. You're not just her. You're not her bitch. You're fucking your own man, dude. You're
not my bitch.
Richie, give me your favorite bands. Give me some of your favorite metal bands or rock bands.
Oh man, favorite metal band Between the Buried and Me. The Red Chord.
Yes, the Red Chord.
Yeah. Dude, I saw a Red Chord show at this little tiny church in Sanbornville, Maine. It was I don't even know how it happened.
Sanbornville, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. I'm sorry, New Hampshire. Yeah,
what the fuck is that? I don't even know where that even is. New Hampshire.
It's like this little townhouse / church / meeting house. They played with it was the Red Chord. It was Psyopus. I have no idea how I ended up at this show, and it was one of the heaviest, most extreme shows I've been to. It was great. It was great, but yeah, I don't nowadays. I'm a big Nako fan. Nako Medicine for the People, Trevor Hall fan. I kind of mellowed out a little bit now, music it. So, heck yeah, but.
You dig independent shit then, obviously? I mean, you dig mainstream shit, but you dig kind of like the underground shit.
Honestly, like, I know it sounds so cliche, but if the music moves you, I like it. I don't really care what the genre is. If it's got a feeling in it, you know, if it moves you and it makes you bob your head or tap your foot, like, it's good stuff.
Your heart knows what the heart knows. Missy, what say you?
Well, music was kind of like forced on me. My dad was a radio DJ.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. And so cool. Like, yeah, it was fun. Like I went to like my first concert was like the Beach Boys at like 5 years old. Like, and like backstage, like meeting these musicians and stuff like that. And like my dad used to, it like still stresses me out to this day, but like he used to, like a song would come on the radio and we'd be driving somewhere. A song would come on the radio and he would just let the first few notes of the song play, and then he quickly turn it off and be like, who is it and what's the song? And if I didn't get it, he would like slap me, and he's like, what is wrong with you? Like, he's like, it's this person, this song off of this album. And and so like I've always been raised to just have this passion for music, and it's there's not one genre that I don't love, like that I can't find. Okay, I love this song, and and I also just love music because it just like one song can bring back so many memories, whether it's good or bad, or it just brings you back to this one time in your life where you're just like, I remember when this song was playing at this place.
It's the easiest way to get. It's the easiest way to get back to a place is to put a song on that was meaningful at that time, and then all of a sudden, every smell, every sound, every emotion you had at that time comes right back.
Yeah.
Rich, you guys fucking describe things to a goddamn T. My ADHD sitting back fiending and not want to say the same shit you're saying, but it's true. Brady Goldwell from Chasing Paranormal with Lexi Rue. What's up, Brady? Checking in. Richie, I gotta get you gotta check out Ghost PC. I've seen Ghost in Boston before.
Oh, I would love to go see Ghost.
I've seen Ghost once. I've seen a bunch of bands, but like you say, it's kind of what Richie said. If it speaks to you, it speaks to you. Like I like Oliver Anthony now. I like this new shit, this anti-government.
Yeah.
I like Oliver Anthony. It's damn shame Heather makes fun of it. I love that shit.
Yeah. It's a catchy song, and it's so true. Like,
of course, absolutely. Absolutely.
And then I've heard
that ain't got the dollar, 90-something Chevy.
That's just right when I turn her on. I'll go, oh my God. Thank you guys. Oliver Anthony, check him out. It's not his real name. His real name's Christopher.
And we'll see how long it lasts. But like, I love the fact that he's turned down contracts. He's turned down labels. He's, he's trying to keep it as
waking people up going,
wow,
the government does access. Wow, we do work. We're slave wages, man.
Yeah, we are.
For sure.
So guess what? I moved up fucking north by Mount Katahdin over here by Bangor where rent's fucking cheap. And I live fucking cheap, but you know what? Fuck it. I mean, I have a bunch of, it takes me 35 minutes to hit my first red light. There's not a red light either way.
Nothing
this way, I'm
that.
down by Brownville by the Mount Katahdin. That way, I'm down by Bangor. The other way, I'm down by Dexter where Stephen King filmed Creepshow 2. So, okay, I'll spend the day where Creepshow 2 was filmed by Stephen King and have a fucking smile on my face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you guys dig that too. You're very much, you love the big shit. You love Lizzie's. You love Conjuring, all that shit. But you have respect for the little places that are less traveled, less known. That's what draws me to you.
Well, and also another thing too is, so we also are in the group Maine Paranormal Society.
That's right.
Who is the main TAPS branch.
He was in the group.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. He left. He's in Guilford, Maine. He's right by me.
Yeah.
And so
who's in the group now? Give a shout out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we have Jen Moreau. She's our case manager. We have Luke. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on Lukey Pukey's last name.
Tech manager.
Yeah. Well, you're tech manager. He's our team manager.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on Luke's last
name.
He's
a team and a tech.
He's gonna get you.
Probably is.
He's gonna get you.
Yeah, Richie's the tech guy in our Maine Paranormal Society, which is the TAPS family team here in Maine. And then we have Nancy and Kim, and then me and Richie. It's it's a small group, and we're all extremely close. And
Kim and Kate's.
No, not Kim Cates. No.
Okay, I know we're all Maine based. I know you're friends with a lot of people. I just know your team. I got to do more research. It's been a long fucking day.
Yeah, I know Nick and Kim are on 207.
That's right. I knew you guys were, but you still see. That's the thing with you is you don't keep to yourself. You still intertwine. Like even when people meet, you intertwine with other teams, independents. If people are willing to share knowledge, you're willing to do that. We're at the hour. Do you mind if I go a little bit over to shoot the shit? You guys gotta go.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And I was gonna say, so obviously with like Paranormal 5, we do a lot of like the bigger events, the fundraising events. But with Maine Paranormal Society, it's given us the chance to do the home investigations. Being called in to help a family, doing those small, intimate locations that, for me, gives it an entirely new meaning. Like, I mean, when you can go in and see where a family starts and then you help them through, and Jen is amazing.
Absolutely.
Jen will take on these customers, these clients, and not customers, excuse me, clients. And I mean, she works with them for months prior to the investigation and then months, if not years after. I mean, it's a long-term commitment when you're working with families and you're working with people's homes. And it just gives you a whole different sense of, like, it gets you back to reality of what it's actually about. Where it's great to go out and try to find evidence, but it's also great to really assist somebody who's having a hard time. And it gives a whole new purpose to the investigation side. So I love the big places, but the small, intimate stuff is amazing.
That's where it's at.
Amazing.
And what you're doing is you're highlighting big places with your 40th Fest. I'm going to get it right, or I'm going to school myself. Your 40th Fest, you're bringing on big names like Salem, Stonehenge. You're bringing on big names. You're bringing on these food trucks, which is killer. But you're also bringing on your everyday Joes like Heather and I, and just regular people that just want to just be part of something. Chris Brown will be there. There's going to be I saw the list today on TikTok. I started wondering, I go, Heather, look on Missy's TikTok. There's fucking like 35. I go, send her a picture so we can be on there. Yeah. So we'll be on there hopefully next time.
I mean, back when Missy and I first when we first moved up here to Springvale, we had been doing, our own kind of investigating and we were playing to our own interests, and we kind of decided, like, we were new to an area. We didn't really know anybody up here. So, that's when the kind of the Paranormal 5 thing kind of started coming into play. But the original idea was just, we weren't even like an investigation group. We were just looking to do like public meetups was like the first kind of thing we did. We did live events on Facebook, and then we did public meetups to kind of give to meet other like-minded people, but also just like with that goal of like bringing people together, letting people tell their stories, feel comfortable about it. Feel like it's like almost like a support group for other people that have had experiences. And then it just kind of, it just evolved from there. Networking was a big part of our original plan, was bringing different groups together. And we've gotten to see that go full circle. So it's kind of where it all started for us, was just this idea of bringing people together and just putting the light on other people, you know.
But you got to admit, y'all are not content though. You keep building, you keep going, and that's what I like. You get the heart, but you get the drive too. On top of being fucking parents of 3 and living in this crazy ass world,
right?
You all still decide, like, what is this? Let's talk a little bit about what we got time. Let's talk about the teaching and the classes that you do once in a while, as far as just investigating as a whole goes. Does that still go on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we do we offer 2 different types of classes. So we talk about the first class that we typically do in the fall time, just because everybody's like into that whole spooky season, is that it's a paranormal 101. So we talk about the history of paranormal, the evolution of spirit communication, I guess is probably the best way of like how people would communicate with the dead. And we talk about different paranormal investigators. We talk about tools. We talk about Ouija boards. We talk about different styles of techniques, different types of hauntings. And it's just, we make it very well known. Like, this is not like, this is kind of just like, not necessarily our opinion, but different aspects. Like, it's just not like there's different, like, it's just not, this is how it is. And we always talk about like how like everything, like we don't know how this is going to be until we actually get there.
I think it's a good thing, because a lot of people that just have like that entry level interest in it, you know, they do get a lot of their information from TV shows, which is great. You know, shows are great at piquing interest, no doubt. But as you know, as anybody who knows, you know, there's a lot of bullshit in the shows too. And so like with the classes, it's kind of like, again, our perspective of how things can go in the field with investigating. So it just kind of gives a less glamorous, less Hollywood, less theatrical version of like what it's like to be an investigator, and you know, ways they can get into it, and you know, what to, you know, people that don't know about like, well, what tools should I get when I first get started? And, you know, we show a bunch of different options with that, and you know, where can I go? So we give them lists of locations that they can go and just check out for. You know. And
then that's our other class actually is we do a Wicked Haunted, the way life should be. So we talk about different haunted locations here in Maine. We talk about the history, we talk about the haunts, and then we share paranormal evidence that we have caught at some of these locations. So just kind of highlighting them. And
it's pretty cool. We sign up to the adult ed programs, and you know,
I love that.
You know, it's great. They're usually small classes, like 10, 15 people, and it's great. We have a fun time doing it. You know, the feedback's been really good on them. They let us keep coming back, so that's a
and we get to meet, and that's like another thing is like we get to meet like other people to get them involved in the field, like so they'll like sign up for this class, and then they want to, you know, do an investigation with us, and then they kind of take the next step, like so it kind of like snowballs. So like, because there's not a ton of paranormal stuff like down here in southern Maine, like there's not a lot of investigations, there's not a lot of
but there's a lot of interest,
so there's so much interest, so it kind of helps kind of people like get that, you know, hobby. I love it.
It's sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
No, it's okay.
Maine's got so much to offer with history and hauntings, but it's a dead-end state, and people don't come here unless they're coming here. No, it's not a through state, so it's tough. It's tough to get the draw and pull. But you guys are working on it. You guys get Southern Maine covered. I'm trying to work on Bangor and the whole Stephen King filming and touring thing. Also, by the way, the booking agency, if you guys ever want to join, I can get you a great fucking deal because I know you. I love to get you on board with historically haunted booking. Speaking of that, clients, Danny Perez drives around in a hearse selling Ouija boards he makes out of coffin wood in Connecticut in his hearse.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
What's up, Danny and Lauren Perez? What's up, the Perez's? There's a picture I took of them in front of King's house.
So fun.
What's up? Linda checking in from Seattle. Hi, hope you and John are doing good. Take the tour. Oh, you guys are sweet. We brought him to the Hancock House and shit, all this stuff. And
so fun.
Well, you know, Hannibal Hamlin was America's first Republican vice president. He was vice president underneath Abraham Lincoln. He died on the couch in Bangor while playing poker. at the Tarantine Club. His couch is on visit. You can see it for free at the Bangor Library. It's got a sign around it in 1895. So cool. And he's buried at Mount Hope, where Al Brady's buried. He's a guy that was shot in Bangor. That's the same cemetery Stephen King played the Reverend in Pet Cemetery. So I know where all that is, and I can take you there. And I'm obviously, but yeah, that's them on a tour. That's pretty sweet. Join the family. Thomas Patrick's part of it. I kept them a great deal because they're fucking good people, and they deserve it. We're Mainers. Mainers get a deal. So as far as all this goes, I mean, you guys are in it to win it. Obviously, you want to make a name for yourself. You want to brand yourself. Do you guys have merch available? T-shirts, hats?
No, we're not that cool.
No. We've done a couple. We've got some stickers.
Yeah, we have stickers that we kind of hand out at events and stuff like that. But that's about it.
These big things, you ain't got nothing for promotion with all these big events, and you're well known. Paranormal Fun.
I think again, I think for us, and we've really tried to. We've really avoided trying to make it about us, and we really keep it about what we're doing. We do it. The biggest thing that I like to say is about us is the family aspect. Another thing, like, as far as like kind of the class wise, like another thing we're really passionate about doing is we've gotten a chance to start doing like family night investigations, where we've kind of modified our Paranormal 101 class to be so that people can come with their kids. Because a lot of places, unfortunately, you're not, for liability insurance reasons, like you can't get kids into a lot of these bigger locations to go investigate. So, we're fortunate to have a location where we can bring them. And so we have, just to give a chance for like people like us who have kids who, we're interested, we have kids, they're interested, so you can come and we can incorporate your whole family. And so, I mean, for us, again, it's just been about the other place. Like, we're a part of it. We're putting it on, but it's for them. It's for, other people.
Yeah. We actually have a family night investigation coming up at the J. Richard Martin Community Center in Biddeford on March 30th, I think.
Ooh.
So yeah, and
that'll be on the page. Paranormal 5.
Yep, it's already on our page, on our event page and stuff like that. But like that's what we're so like. If you talk to any investigator out there right now, they're going to say that their passion or their interest started for the paranormal in childhood. Like either it was through an experience or kind of something like mine, where it just always just like seemed like this was the cool thing to do. Like we needed to do this. So,
and I never actually, it's funny. I never really thought of this until now, but it's kind of like, it's almost an example of like the two of us in the sense that she grew up, like Missy just said, this interest starts so young. And the difference is whether you're allowed to experience it or express it when you're young. So Missy grew up with parents and a family that really engaged in it and brought her to these places and really fed into her interest. And then I was on the other side where I had to let my love for it or my curiosity fizzle out because I didn't have a way to express it. So if you can kind of give an opportunity for families and young adults, young kids to get into it, like let them feed that curiosity. Because they're the next wave of investigators, like they're the next people are going to take it over.
The torch, so to speak, passing the torch with the knowledge, the love, respect. You guys are doing it the right way. You're not doing it because there's a couple of different ways. You can bullshit it. You can try to get the fame and fortune, and money, blah, blah, blah. But none of that really matters at the end of the time. You want to share it with passion with your family and with good respect. I couldn't respect you guys more. I'm going to grab you with another 8 minutes. We're going to go to 8:20 if that's cool.
That's fine.
You guys are all over Facebook, Paranormal 5. You guys are doing it the right way. You're doing it the local way. We're going to spread out. Of course, the festival's coming up soon.
40 and Fest. Yay. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Please, if you want to book, message them. If you're with me, Historical Limited Booking, message me, and I'll message Missy. I'll get some information, which I already have. I have the prices, all that good shit. It'll be worth it. If you're in Maine, come to Maine, Missy. There's so many hotels and things to do the day before and after, right? I mean,
oh yeah, for sure. And so like, and also like it's June 8th, so you know,
we've got beaches up here. We've got lakes. Like, I mean, if you're going to be up here, for travel or whatnot, I mean, there's plenty to do up this way. Maine's a great state.
We're like area. 20 minutes from Wells, pretty close to York. Like
we're not far from Portland. We're not far from Boston.
Ooh, York, kind of the White Witch, Mary Nason. Oh,
yeah, we were actually just there.
Yeah,
we were just there a couple weeks ago. We took the kids down there, did some photos.
I saw the pictures
a little bit, and it was fun.
I mentioned on Facebook, but she's like, correct. All right. You guys get any questions for me? I usually ask my guests at the end, towards the end of the show, if they have any questions for me while they got me on here.
Well,
I'm stoned.
I know, right?
Well, I'm stoned. I'm an open book. My hands behind my back.
Well, I mean, what about you, man? Like, you are clearly an extremely passionate person when it comes to the history, and I think that's what I remember when you were doing the tours and stuff in Portland. You know, and it was cool that, you know, to be that history based. It's something I wish I was more of. I mean, thankfully, Missy is my resident historian. I get it from her. What I know is from what she's provided for me.
If he doesn't get the history correct, he's sleeping on the couch.
Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love the history. I love being correct with it. I love learning about it. I'm just not as good as she is at seeking out the knowledge and getting all the facts straight. So, you know, plus maybe it's just easy. I don't have to. She does it all. That's great.
Well, I think.
But what about you? Like, how did the history side of it become so passionate for you instead of just the investigate? You know, just there's the paranormal and there's the history of it, and you have a passion for the history. So where'd that come from?
Man, you've done your research. It seems like I got a stalker, which is pretty good. I have one of those. Honestly, dude, I remember in high school, my mom going, "Oh, if every fucking class was about history or wrestler music, theme music, you'd be a fucking grade A student." All I really did was in history because it just dig it. I dig the whole Paul Revere, the whole Delaware River crossing with George Washington. It's all pretty wild to me. But then when you get past the elementary school shit, like Missy knows, like you know, when you get into like the paranormal shit, it's got ties. Look at New Hampshire. Me and Heather went all the way to the fucking the pirate kids, Oceanborn Mary's house. You ever heard about her? She was given birth on the ship. The pirate took it over. Says, if you give the kid my name, I'll spare you. So they moved to New Hampshire. Oceanborn Mary. The pirate found her, lived there, died there with a treasure. It's a big folklore. Heather and I went up to Heinecker, New Hampshire. Of course, Lizzie Borden. I figure with life, with so much fiction, and of course, growing up in Lisbon, I was about 8 years old. My stepfather went hunting, go get some deer in Lisbon, Maine. And my mom was up watching The Shining. And I was watching fucking bullshit before that. Care Bears, Transformers, fucking whatever the fuck. Double Dare on Nickelodeon. Wrestling, you know what I mean? And I remember she was staying up. She goes, want to watch a movie? It's kind of scary. And seeing the twins in the elevator and blood and the whole nine. She goes, you know, you're going to the same high school as this guy because he went to Lisbon High School. He grew up in Durham. And that was it. I was hooked on horror, ghost. Saw my first death. My grandfather died. One of them, and the ghost came to me when I was 9. My mom's father walked me to the fridge in Lisbon 2 nights after he died. Told me he loved me, take care of mama, and then vanished. I thought I was tripping. I was only like 9. It was 1988.
Yeah.
I'm an old fuck. And then 5 years later, my dad's father dies right in front of me at St. Mary's Hospital, CMMC Hospital in Lewiston. Flatlines right in front of me, eyes rolled back, everything. Conrad Began died right in front of me when I was 14. Fucking vomiting. Oh yeah, man. I have panic attacks. I go to hospitals. I'm such a bitch. But that really stuck with me. So to answer your question, man, I figure might as well embrace it. Yeah. And then, as you know, Missy, along with hauntings comes history. 90% of the time, there's some sort of historical tie. Lizzie Borden, fucking a pirate. Maine's loaded with everything from mermaid lore to slave pirate ships in Bar Harbor to fucking Appalachian Trail deaths to fucking suicides and murders. So I think when you look at the history of it, dude, why not? Life's too short, man. I mean, I watch game shows and shit, but fuck that. I mean, I gotta concentrate on what's good, and so far it's working. I mean,
absolutely.
I think, and I love it because as people love the Lizzie Borden, the Conjuring, all that shit. People don't remember Missy, Parsonfield. People don't know that. People like you and me and Richie, we bring that out. Certain people promote that. Maine's got a lot. Fort Knox should be known a lot more than it is. Damn High and Augusta. Christ, that should be a destination every year. We should be picketing to get inside that piece of shit.
Oh my God, I would love to.
But I wouldn't do it. Look at you frothing at the mouth.
I know. It was like, oh,
Richie, that's a keeper, Richie. That's a keeper. Yeah. But to answer your question, Travis Hartford, fellow Mainer.
Oh, I love that guy.
You let him on here? You let him on there? Gosh.
Convention usually right there in Vassalboro where they have the Maine State Police Barracks. It's like a castle.
Yeah.
You guys go to the mill. I haven't gone up yet. I got invited a couple of times. But Vassalboro, I used to deliver FedEx there. Quite a cute little town.
It is. It's a vibe. Like that's well, I feel like all old mill towns are just a vibe. We live in one right here. Yeah. Like Biddeford's the same way, Saco, like it just the mill, like it just
Stanford. There's abandoned mills, homeless living there. I stopped one day.
It was but I mean like you're living in a city over there. You're living in a town that was innovative. You're living in a town that was that brought in a whole new era of living, you know, these industrial towns, these mills. I mean, this was progress at its peak. You know, we made such huge leaps and bounds with the work that was done in mills, and
a lot of it was generational work. So you have to think about it like, you know, it was a grandfather, then the son, and then the grandson. Like it just it's a lot, you know.
God, you guys doing your stuff. You know, after an hour, I usually have less than 6 people watching. We haven't had less than 10. The highest we've had is 21 this whole time. Oh, that's pretty good, man. You sexy beast. You guys have really drawn some people in. That's
it's all Richie. It's all Richie.
It is with that beard. Look at that thing. I want to grab it from through the camera. We're going to go 10 more minutes to make it an even 8:30. Is that cool? I'm going to rub 11 minutes out of you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got a couple more questions for you guys. What's a main bucket list for each of y'all?
A main bucket list for me.
I got to get to Monkataten, I guess. I don't know.
I would have to say I would love to try the Strand Theater in Skowhegan. They are so like no. They don't want anything to do with the paranormal. Even though they've been featured on television for they were. I think it was like America's Most Haunted or Most Terrifying America, whatever. But they were featured on one of their episodes. I'm like, I would love to get in there.
You going with equipment?
I would love to. I would totally go in. Like, they don't need to know.
You rent it out for a birthday party and just go in with Richie and go and your kids. And...
I'm not sure. Yeah, we just say, we're having a kid's birthday party. Just
the
our
kids
3 kids.
It's a ghost themed birthday party. You know?
Skowhegan's named after the Native American Skowhegan tribe.
Yeah. But I would
crazy,
yeah. But I would also love to check out the Jameson Tavern in Freeport as well. That's where like Maine became Maine. Like the last paperwork was signed in that location where we broke away from Massachusetts. We got our independence. So I would love that. Like,
Heather and I went there and had some clams once.
It's delicious food. And it's so like you are like literally like shoulder to shoulder with everybody in it. It's not very big, but I would love to go there. And also, I'm sorry, I'm taking all of them.
Right?
Yeah.
You guys, check it out. It's right next to L.O. Bean headquarters in Freeport. You can get clams and a beer there. They talk about how there's a fire there and a girl died in the top floor. She's seen in the bathroom. I go, yeah, me and Heather are ghost hunters. She goes, oh, you are? She gave me a completely separate menu right at the bar. It's all about the history of haunting. We had the clams.
Another place that'd be great. I know technically it's New Hampshire, but you have to get there from Maine. I would love to check out the prison on the shipyard down here. Where Disney, Walt Disney was there for, he spent, he was what's the word when you're from military, when you're
Portsmouth jail.
Yeah, it's the Portsmouth shipyard.
It's on the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. They have the old jail there, and I worked in the shipyard for a little while. No, Walt Disney. Back when he was in the Walt Disney actually spent time incarcerated there because of when he was during military career. He ended up being there for prior to obviously being Walt Disney and everything else, but he spent time there.
Treason? Did he like a deserter?
I should know. I don't know the exact reasons. I just know that he was
not the real Disney World Disney. The real Disney World Walt Disney?
Yeah.
I'm Googling.
Google it. Check it out. Fact check me on that. Make sure.
Heather will be on if she's watching. That's crazy.
But
someone put 8 wall. Someone put 1,200.
That and unfortunately, and I'm embarrassed to say this, I have not been able to experience Fort Knox yet. Every time we've gone up, I've either been back here with the kids or something happened. So I know. So that's on my butt. I got to get up there. This year I'm getting up there.
Go up to Fort Knox. You drive over to fucking Brownville area where I am. Crash on my couch. We'll have a fucking steak on the grill.
All right, perfect. I like it.
It's only 45 minutes away from Bangor. We'll go fucking check out. Really, you've never shut the front door.
I haven't.
You've never been to Bucksport with Buck's footprint on the. Have you been there, Missy?
Yes, with Jonathan Buck with the boot print. Yeah.
Fucking name, man. She's man through and through. That's killer. I thought you all fucking cool. We got 8 minutes left. Shoot the shit. What's on y'all's mind? So what do you guys think? What do you want to get out of 2024? Where do you see yourself this that? Do you see yourself writing a book, documentary, doing more events?
I don't know. I have to say, like 2023 kind of was like it was a very quiet year. It was a down year for us. Yeah. And I just want to get back out there. Like we did do a couple events. I think we did like 2 events last year, and we offered like maybe 2 or 3 classes, but I just want to be back out there because I love this. Like last year, I actually went back to work for the first time in 11 years because I was home with my kids, being a stay-at-home mom for 11 years. So it was a lot. And then going back to work and kind of finding the balance between mom life, job life, and paranormal life was really hard to kind of get. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was hard, and we actually tried to bring 40 and Fest back in 2023, but I was just so overwhelmed with just like I said, finding the balance of everything. But
you got fucking Mystery Hill, you got, you know what I mean, America Stonehenge, Gene Tewksbury. You got a lot of respectful people in the field. Missy, you started from the ground up, girl. You've really, I mean, obviously Richie's got your back and he's doing it too. But you guys just started with a dream, right?
Yeah, it literally was just what we decided to do. Like we knew that we were going to be moving to this area, and we knew we wanted to get this ball rolling because it's so hard to join teams, like paranormal teams. Yeah. Like I feel like they're just so closed off, which I get it. Like, you know, I feel like you're working with other people, you need to know their investigation style. You need to, because everybody investigates different. We all have our own ideas and theories and methods, which that's great and that's amazing. But if you're going to be on a team together, I can understand how you want to make sure that the team flows.
Yeah, there's chemistry.
There's chemistry. Like it's, and so I totally get that. So we were just like, why don't we just do our own thing? Because we're kind of already doing our own thing. And it just snowballed into this, into something so much bigger than we thought it was going to be. Like we were just going to do the paranormal meetups, and that was it. But then it grew to us doing events and fundraising investigations.
I had like a Facebook memory pop up the other day, and it was when we had first started the Paranormal 5 Facebook page. Yeah. And it was like, oh, you know, would love to get to 100 likes by the end of the year or the end of the month or something like that. And I'm just like, oh wow,
yeah. Cool. Now we have close to like 2,000 followers, and like it's so amazing because like I love every single one. I love every single one that follows us, that gives us, you know, that shares our events, that
shares their story.
Yeah, shares their story. Like, I love that. Like, I love hearing people, like, that was like what we loved at the meetups is like when we would have somebody come and they were just like, I've been experiencing this stuff my entire life, but I never had a place to share it. Yeah. I never, like, just because between religious beliefs, how their family was up, like how they were brought up, and they just never had a safe place to share these experiences. And those have been some of like the most amazing connections and friendships that we've formed with these people, like from just starting just the small little Paranormal 5 group and doing the meetups. And it's, I don't know.
We all don't judge. And I'm sure there's people out there that go, why do these guys have their kids go in it? Oh my God, how can they have their kids? But like you say, it's different. With everything else, it's like, why not you teach the respect of it? So
yeah. There's there's not one place that I would not bring my children. Yeah. Like
we hear it a lot, you know, we get that question a lot as far as like, oh, you know, how the kids, and, you know, it's always, you know, is this something you guys make them do or something like that? And we're very open and honest. Like our limits are our kids' limits. You know, if they're not comfortable doing something, we're not going to do it. You know, we'll talk about it. Well, what was it? What made you uncomfortable? Let's talk about it. Like, you know, and it's given them. I mean, let's be honest. All kids have a fear at some point in time in their life of, you know, the dark, noises, bumps, creaks, death, ghosts. You know, but so if they can have a different understanding of it, like, and they do, like, it's, you know, we're fortunate enough where we've experienced activity here in our own home, and the kids have, and they're just like, saw the shadow last night. That's so great. What'd you tell them?
Now I gotta get you guys back for another fucking episode.
Yeah.
I can talk to you guys.
Yeah. And some of our hands down, my best investigations have been with our kids.
Undoubtedly.
And I say that because I feel like our kids kind of bring a different energy to an investigation, and just kids are just so innocent. Like, and I just feel like who doesn't, even if you're the grumpiest person in the world, who doesn't love just seeing a kid, just being a kid? Like, you know, even if you're not a big kid person, but it's just like, it might bring you back like some of your memories, like your childhood memories of good times. Like, I don't know. Kids are just so innocent and pure. Like,
no, well put.
And they work as great bait too.
That's the thing.
Come at me, comments. Come get me.
Look, Lauren Perez, the innocence draws in the spirits. That's so fucking funny.
It does.
I love the approach Thomas says with kids. So I'm thinking maybe in a couple of weeks I have like maybe Nick and Kim Cates on. Would you guys be willing to talk with them? Have like
of course.
Oh my God, I love Nick and Kim.
I can have 4 or 5 guests, and I'm thinking about getting some local people, having like a main type of fest.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Have 4 cameras, and you guys share one, so that's only 1. Nick and Kim will share one. That's 2. I can get a couple more, maybe Jen. I don't know. I'll see what everybody's doing. I was kind of looking around, and kind of playing with it, but I'll message you later at some point tomorrow when I'm not so buzzed. With a minute and a half to go, let's plug some stuff. Where can people find y'all?
They can find us on Facebook at Paranormal 5. That's where we have all of our events posted, classes posted, and we just kind of just share. We also share other events that are happening, just not ours. Just because why not, you know?
You can also check out Maine Paranormal Society on Facebook. You know, our other group. Check out what they're doing. You know, we're hoping this is going to be a really good, strong year for MPS as well. So definitely check them out, and just see us out and about.
Yeah,
and the
come to an event.
Yes, and see us at 40 and Fest June 8th.
I want to say it, but I'm going to mess it up, so I don't want to say it. But I'm going to be there. Heather Kim and Edie, Witch and Life Guy will be there. So many other great Gene Tewksbury. Everybody will be there. Hope you guys check it out. If Lauren, Danny, if you want to let me know. I'm sure we'll get a nice little deal out of Missy. We'll get you guys there. I'm sure Missy's got room for you guys there at the table. They bring they get the spoon that Jeffrey Dahmer used to eat.
Oh, super cool.
Nice.
And they got different, they get different shit. They get like a suicide note from one written in blood by like the Unabomber.
Oh wow.
I don't know. They get different shit. I can't. But anyway, cool. They'd be good to show up. They've been at all the Warren cons. We're gonna talk more. We're going to get you on another episode.
For sure.
Okay?
Let's do it. We appreciate it.
This will be up on YouTube tomorrow, guys. Historically Haunted, right on YouTube. It'll be right there forever, all my mess ups. And talking to these great people from Maine. Missy and Richie. Lathrop.
Got it.
Perfect.
Yay. And we're going to get more Maine people talking soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Historically Haunted VODCAST. Donnie Green historically sponsors it for Donnie Green and Bauer. Bauer Green Logistics LLC and John Green Logistics Company. There we go. Don't drink a lot of beer. All right, guys. Hey,
thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Yes.
It's Paranormal 5. We're going to talk to them soon. And maybe a couple of years we'll have their kids on when they're above age. Will be cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. Paranormal 5. Check them out.
Awesome.